Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to properly remove or replace the front shock absorbers or the front springs from the shock absorbers from any Audi A4, B8 or B8.5 or from any Audi A5 outer, doesn't matter which year it is. So in today's episode I'm working on this vehicle which is made in the year 2012, and on this vehicle if you want to replace the front shock absorbers you'll have to remove some things. It's not a very complicated job, but it can be done if you have some tools and some knowledge to do it. So the first thing which you have to do is to remove this plastic trim from right here from the engine compartment. It's secured with two plastic clips on each corner, and you have to remove them, and after that you have to pull it out from the engine bay. You have to remove this plastic part completely because right underneath it will be the bolts which are securing the front shock absorbers attached to the body of the car. In today's episode I am going to work on this Audi A4 B8.5 from the year 2012, and right here underneath this plastic part from the engine bay it will be two bolts which are securing the shock absorber attached to the body of the car, and the other two bolts it will be right here in the front of the engine. And after that we have to go right here into the wheel area, and in my case I decided to do this kind of job because the spring from this kind of shock absorber is completely broken. It's only holding in by the pressure of the vehicle, and this is why I decided to replace both of them, because it's very important to replace both of the springs from the front side, for example, or from the rear side if one of them is getting broken or something like that. So the next step which you have to do is to remove the control arms from the top part of the shock absorber, and after that you have to remove the sway bar link which is mounted on this mounting bracket for the shock absorber, and right here at the bottom you have to remove this bolt which is securing the mounting bracket for the shock absorber attached to the lower control arm. Also I recommend you all to remove the ABS sensor, the ABS cable from the sensor, and also you'll have to disconnect the brake line from the shock absorber area because you don't want to put pressure on it and break it after that. Alright everybody, so right here in my case I removed already the sway bar link completely out from the shock absorber. And for example, if you want to remove the sway bar links a little bit easier from any kind of vehicle or from any vehicle out there, my recommendation will be to lift both of the front wheels up if you are working on the front side, because in this way there will be no pressure mounted over the sway bars and you can remove them a little bit easier than usual. After you finish removing the sway bar link completely out and disconnected from the front shock absorber, you have to remove this longer bolt which is securing the control arms from the upper position attached to the vehicle. So as you can see right here, this longer bolt is coming out very easy in my case, but normally on most of the vehicles this can be very difficult to be removed because it will be stuck right here into the hub area, and the only way to remove it is to hit it up with a torch and also is to hit it with a hammer. But also if you are doing this kind of job you'll have to make sure to not destroy the rubber or the boot from the upper control arms, because if you do so you'll have to replace also the control arms from the front part of the suspension. Right here as you can see the control arms are removed, the bolt is also removed from the upper position, the sway bar link is disconnected, and also right here I disconnected the ABS line and I place it right here because I don't want to put pressure on it and break it. Right now the next thing which I'm going to do is to remove the lower bolt which is securing the front shock absorber attached to the vehicle, and before removing the lower bolt I recommend you to remove the bolt which is securing the axle attached to the front hub of the vehicle, because if you don't remove the axle a little bit you will not be able to push it down and pull it forward, and in this way you will not have access to pull the front shock absorber out from the vehicle. So the first thing which you have to do is to remove the bolt from the axle. In my case I'm using an impact gun because it's very easy and fast in this way, and after that you can pull the front hub completely out and forward, and it will make more space and room to work with, and also it will make the removal of the front shock absorber a little bit easier than usual. So just follow exactly what I'm doing right here. As you can see the front axle it's out, you only have to pull it a little bit back and it will come out from its place, and right now from this position I'm going to remove the lower bolt which is securing this front shock absorber attached to the lower control arm, and after that you'll have to remove the bolts from the top, and then the front shock absorber can be removed out from the vehicle. Right here as you can see all the parts are most likely removed from the vehicle. Make sure to not put a lot of pressure of the brake line because you have to be very careful to not break it, but other than that everything is ready to go, everything is very straightforward. The front shock absorber is disconnected completely from the suspension parts, and right now the only thing which you have to do is to remove the 4 bolts from the top and remove it completely out from the vehicle. Alright everybody, so as you can see the front shock absorber is completely removed from the car. This is how the area is looking, this is how all the parts are looking with the front shock absorber removed, and right here I have the front shock absorber which I disconnected and removed from this kind of vehicle. And right here as you can see the front spring is completely broken, is no longer usable, the owner of the vehicle was very lucky because the vehicle didn't stay in one side down. It was holding in pressure over the broken spring, so he managed to drive the car a little bit more until he brought it right here to me. And right now, for example, if you want to remove the shock absorber completely, you have to remove this bolt from right here, from the mounting bracket, and you have to pull it out, and then you have to install the brand new one in its place. But in my case, I'm not going to replace the front shock absorber, I'm going to replace only the front spring from the front shock absorber. Alright everybody, so right here, as you can see, I have the brand new spring, which I bought for this kind of vehicle, and which I'm going to replace it on the vehicle. And in my case, the manufacturer which I choose to go with, it's KIB. It's a very good manufacturer, it's not very expensive, I think it's in the middle range. And if you also want to replace it with this kind of manufacturer, it's my recommendation, you will not fail by doing this so. Right here I have the box, if you want to look exactly, you'll have the number written over the box. Alright everybody, so right here I have the front shock absorber, which I completely disconnected and dismantled from this kind of vehicle. Right here in the left I have the front shock absorber spring, which is completely broken. And right now, if you want to replace it and install the brand new spring in its place, you have to make sure to install it correctly, because right here you have this rubber boot, which you have to place the spring over it, and you have to make sure to put the spring over it correctly, because it will have a special place, and you have to put it correctly like I'm doing right here. As you can see, you have to push it down and it will fit into place, into the correct position. After you finish installing the front spring over the front shock absorber, you have to take this metal washer and you have to put it over the piston from the front shock absorber, like I'm doing right here in this case. And after that, you have to take this rubber part and you have to install it into the top flanges from the front shock absorber. This from right here is the top flanges. You have to put it in the middle, and also around it you have this rubber part, which you have to put it correctly over the front spring from the front shock absorber. After that, right here on this rubber part, you have one metal which should be installed like this. This is the correct position, so in your case, if it's turned too much to the left or turned too much to the right, you have to put it in the middle like I'm doing right here on this car. And after that, the last thing which you have to do is to compress the front springs. You have to compress them very much, and in my case I'm going to use this special tool which will help me to put a lot of pressure over them and tie them together, and only then I can put back the top flanges from the front shock absorber and install them back over the vehicle. If you don't compress the springs like I'm doing right here, you will not be able to install them back over the vehicle. Alright everybody, so as you can see, everything is tightened, everything is installed back over the vehicle. In my case, the front shock absorber is looking very good, it's working great. And from here, the last thing which I'm going to do is to install it back over the vehicle in the exact same way like I dismantled it earlier. Before trying to install it back over the vehicle, I recommend all to check one more time if the spring is completely seated over the top flanges and also over the lower flanges. And if everything is looking great, you can go ahead and install it back over the vehicle. Alright everybody, so as you can see right here, the front shock absorber is installed back over the vehicle. Everything is tightened to spec, everything is looking great, everything is going how it's supposed to be going. In my case, I'll have to follow the exact same thing and do the exact same job on the other side of the vehicle, but I'm not going to film it because everything is exactly the same like on this one, and because I don't want to make the video too long. As also, it's not a very complicated job, it can be done by anyone and everywhere. If you have the proper tools and if you have some knowledge, you can do it everywhere and on any car. So as you can see, this is how all the parts are looking, this is how everything is installed. In my case, the job is finished. This job was about how to replace the front shock absorber springs from any Audi A4, B8 or B8.5 or from any Audi A5 out there. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the video and found it informative, please leave a like and a comment down below. See you next time.